kept it free from his grasp.
Got this 6, not smart.
This will be taken at the 10. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Back to Brown, this time complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Ravens 7, Seahawks 0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
They've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game. And
Wilson,
he got fumbled that,
it's
don't he?
loose. It's out.
He got fumbled that, don't he?
And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in.
And this is called
Hollywood Brown, my boy.
Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown.
Somebody doing
33
a duck dance on him,
yards.
too.
And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. That's exactly what happened there.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Now, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On second down, it's Carson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
You're right now.
Seahawks, nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
This is Carson. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Made at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powering them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Bobby Wagner, multiple times in All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see,
not going to make up for 74.
maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there.
And that'll make it third down. From the gun, Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the Ravens' 25-yard line.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out. That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Out left side here to Bryant. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to kick. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson, and he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. They'll find Metcalf. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5. On first down, Wilson. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. They run with Edwards. They'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. They'll try to run with Dobbins.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I would have put that was at all. Like, that wasn't Adams or Wagner. Who the fuck
from a yard out. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Circle
that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, Jab.
He don't make dumb
And
passes.
finally,
He always
the
hit.
haymaker to put that drive away.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
18-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
A gain of 7 makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
Here's Carson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Lockett.
Oh, what?
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 47 yards. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Seahawks 21. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nursed blitz coming, and down he goes. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Play action. Now Jackson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jordan Brooks. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Play action. It's Jackson.
Right there,
he's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. This is DJ Reed returning. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Justin Tucker lining up.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
First and 10 at the 30.
Again, Wilson. And all the way in, touchdown, Samuel. Will Dissly, 30 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 75 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
The score, Ravens 49, Seahawks.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Reed.
DJ Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now first and 10 at their own 21. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Being chased out left.
Okay.
It was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in. Off the tip there, really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. And now here's a deep shot that's complete and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Stepping up, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, two-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down, Ravens.
Throwing is Jackson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback? So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for the Ravens. 61 yards. They'll run with Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 4-yard line.
One more time with Dobbins.
Oh, look at that.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Here's Reed returning. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. He's going to let it fly. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They run for it with Carson, and he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd and goal.
Throwing again here, Wilson rolling to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.